was Wednesday night, about 10:30. I took the girls out for their last potty check of the evening. And I could see black smoke billowing up and it didn't look like it was coming from very far away. It was pretty obvious what was going on. I could hear fire trucks and everything. And all I could picture was a family standing out in that cold with blankets wrapped around them, watching their house go up in flames. That's all I could picture in my mind. But as it turned out, although as bad as the story is, it's not as bad as all that. I'll take a ride past it. It's right around the corner from my house. I saw the guy out here earlier today working on it, so I might not be able to stop. The owner of the house, it's right up here on the right. Oh wow. It still smells. I can hear them talking in the back there. I'm gonna turn around. Whew. Oh yeah, I saw him sitting there. That's the house. Doesn't look that bad from the outside. It was Thursday morning when I walked out to get the bus. There was 2 fire trucks still there. Well, 3 actually. And this was about 5:45 Thursday morning. The 2 of the fire trucks were just pulling off. And there was a 3rd one that was still there. So then Thursday, when I got home, I got off the bus 1 stop early and walked over there just to look at it. And my intention was to get a picture of it. But the owner was standing out there. So I didn't want to be doing that one with him there. Would have seemed a little bit insensitive. But I did talk to the guy, and that's when he told me that that was his parents' house. They'd been living there. They both passed away in 2017. And just since then, a brief period, he said his nephew was living there, I think, or his cousin. But then he moved out, and the house was just sitting there empty for a long time. I guess the fire marshal told him that when the fire started in a utility shed that sits inside the carport, there was inside the storage unit there was a refrigerator and a freezer. And it was one of them shorted out somehow and caught on fire, and it burnt the utility down, and the flames from that caught the eave of the house on fire, and it burned the whole roof off the back of the house. He said everything's a total loss. He said when he got word that the house was on fire, he came out there, and he said he was there till about 3:30 in the morning. And the firemen were still there when he left. Yeah, he was kind of surprised when I told him it was almost 6 o'clock and there was still one fire truck there. The bad thing was, he told me he was just in the process of boxing up all the stuff that was left in there from his parents. He said his mother was kind of a pack rat, and there was all kinds of stuff in there that belonged to them that was still in the house. He was boxing up all that, and he was going to have some repairs done to the house. He was going to put it on the market and sell it. But now this happened. But I was just so heartsick when I saw how bad that smoke was. I thought, wow. So like I said, all I could picture was the family standing out there. And it was below freezing that night. To see them standing out there, wrapped in blankets, watching their house go up. I was just so heartsick about it. But after talking to the guy, he made me feel a little bit better about it. So nobody was actually living in the house at the time. So nobody's homeless over it. He was still kind of in tears a little bit, talking about when that was his parents' house and everything. But they passed away. He said they moved in that house. Almost sounds like they were the original owners. It was a brand new house. Back in the... He said it was just after Hurricane Betsy. That was in like 68 or 69. That's how long they had been living there. My house wasn't even built yet. He said that was, I told him where I lived, and he said that was a field there. It wasn't a neighborhood yet. And he said going the other way, there's a street named Norland. So that the street was there with some of the houses, but not all of them were built yet. One good thing though, he said he did have an insurance policy on it. So he's going to have to... He told me the policy was for $300,000. He said if he tried to sell the house, he wouldn't get that much for it. But now he's going to have to have somebody come out and level it and clear the lot. How you doing? So I have no idea how much that would cost. With the insurance, he should be okay with that. Then he told me he's a dentist. He said he was out there till 3:30 in the morning with the firemen, and then he went home. He said because he had a patient scheduled for 8 o'clock Thursday morning, so he had to go home. So that's what happened. Nobody got hurt. One thing he did say was the fire was confined to the roof area in the attic. But the firemen went in there with the axes and bashed holes in all the walls to make sure it wasn't spreading into the walls. And he said there was all of the ceilings fell in every room. It's probably from the water from the firemen. He said there was about an inch of water on the floor throughout the entire house. The firemen were there quick though, because from all appearances, it didn't threaten the neighbors' houses or anything like that. They were right on top of it and got it put out. I don't know what else to say other than thank God it's going to turn out okay. An otherwise tragic event. And nobody was hurt. Nobody was left homeless. Everything's going to be fine. Thanks for watching. This is Matt's Bicycle Adventures.